Worldview's team is in Kenya, accompanying African-American investor tourists to explore investment opportunities in Kenya and to provide a travel experience. The half-dozen African-American tourists and investors will leave Kenya with new names, identities, after a naming ceremony that was conducted in Kibra on Wednesday, in which they acquired Kenyan names in keeping with their genetic origins. Points of interest for both investment prospects and tourism will be Kibra, Kisumu, Nanyuki, Mombasa, Chale Island, and Nairobi. During their visit, they will be also exploring cultural attractions in the effort to give their tourism clients more of Kenya to experience. Key Simmons is one of the American investors and founder of Worldview's tourism and investment company, who had a conversation with my colleague Ashley Mazuri earlier on. Take a look.
Let's now talk about issues to do with tourism. Worldview's team in Kenya, accompanying African-American investor tourists to explore investment opportunities in Kenya and to provide a travel experience. The half-dozen African-American tourists and investors will leave Kenya with new names, identities, after a naming ceremony that was conducted in Kibra on Wednesday, in which they acquired Kenyan names in keeping with their genetic origins. Now, points of interest for both investment prospects and tourism will be Kibera, Kisumu, Nanyuki, Mombasa, Chale Island, and Nairobi. During their visit, they will also be exploring cultural attractions in the efforts to give their tourism clients more of Kenya to experience. Kia Wakesho Simons is one of the American investors and founder of Worldview's tourism and investment company, joining us live in studio for a conversation. Thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
It's good to have you. I know you're not new in Kenya, but it's really good to have you. So when you talk about tourism and travel, you don't expect this. Tell us more about it.
So the way we approach tourism is quite different, as you just said so perfectly. We do focus on tourism, but in a different way. It's a culture exchange between ourselves and the locals. And it's important for us to be able to connect with the people of Kenya. It's great to come to see safaris, but that is not Kenya. The people is what make the country beautiful and what makes that exchange important for us. Yeah. So we also take the opportunity to also, through tourism, introduce investment opportunities to our customers. Most African Americans are very interested in investing. This is the real purpose on their travels. Yeah. And so we're excited to be able to facilitate those travels and be able to show them the investment opportunities and humanitarian work that we also offer as well.
Where did this idea come from? It's so unique.
Yes. So I've been traveling to Kenya for the last 9 years. So Kenya is my home. And my business partner and I, we traveled here back in 2017. And one of the things that we noticed was a lot of people don't know about the opportunities that most African Americans can have in East Africa. You often hear people talk about West Africa, and it's fine. You know, I love what our sisters and brothers are doing in West Africa. However, there hasn't been a sort of effort to focus on East Africa. So we found it very interesting that there wasn't a marketplace for that. So we said, why not create that marketplace? We are a woman-owned, veteran-owned company, and we found it very important to be able to take what we have learned through the last 10 years of our travel. Yeah. Between my business partner and I, we traveled about 75 countries, and lived in 10 of them. Yeah. And so we built these relationships over the years. And so we want to give a unique experience, authentic experience. And this is where it bloomed, and it was born right here in Nairobi.
All right, that's really interesting. So how many tourists have you had so far?
So we've been coming here as a company since 2019. So we probably have brought over now about 65 plus people to Kenya. And we actually have our guests here as we speak. Yeah. They're probably right now at the Giraffe Center. Yeah. Shout out to everybody. And so we do have a group here, and they are actually going to invest while they're here before they return back to the U.S.
So how does that investment process take? place, do they come knowing they're going to invest in certain things? What exactly do you invest in? Maybe you can just break that down for us.
Yes. So during the pandemic, we had the opportunity to establish our local company here in Nairobi, Views of Africa. So with our subsidiary, we offer services such as incorporating your company legally here in Kenya, incorporating your KRA, virtual office, so that we are in compliance with the Kenyan law. We also advise our customers on the different industries that we will be able to assist them in, such as healthcare, education, agriculture, tourism, and entertainment. A lot of our clients are also equally interested in relocating, and so this is another service that we are looking to provide along with our private sector partners.
Okay, that's really interesting.
Yes.
So for example, let's give them exactly what happens. For example, let's say I'm an African American living in States. I want to invest in Kenya. How do I go about it? I look for your company.
Yes.
You do the process of the documents and all that. Then when you come to Kenya, for example, you've talked about the healthcare and other industries.
Yes.
Do you meet with other stakeholders so that you can provide the opportunities for them?
Yes, we do. We definitely rely on our partnerships, our local partnerships with stakeholders here in Kenya. Otherwise, we wouldn't be able to do it, right?
Yeah, definitely.
And so what we do is once we consult our clients, we definitely have our stakeholders who are expertise in finding this type of information. We also consult with Kenyan Investment Authority. We've had a relationship with them for the last 2 years as well. And so they advise us on all of the investment opportunities that are here in the country to better assist our clients.
All right.
Yes.
So the naming process that took place, I guess that's one of the most exciting bit about the whole experience.
Yes.
How do you go about it?
So each experience is different. So this is our 4th naming ceremony here in Kenya. The last one, I think we held it at the Bidwood Suites. But this time we wanted to switch it up a bit. We wanted to make it a little more authentic so that they can have this real culture exchange with the people of Kenya.
Yeah.
So yesterday we had the privilege to have our naming ceremony in Kibra amongst the beautiful people of the Nubian tribe. We actually didn't know anything about the Nubian tribe, to be quite honest. Now, we learned a lot about ancient Kemet and Kush and Sudan, and we never tied those two things together. So to be able to meet the descendants of ancient Kemets and ancient Kush was just mind-blowing for our customers. They absolutely loved it. The elders took care of us. The women of the Nubian tribe took care of us. Amazing.
Did you eat good food?
Oh my gosh, we had great samosas, by the way. And then we had this juice, I forgot the name of it, but it reminded me of the juice we drink in Senegal called bisap. It tasted a little like beetroots or root beets.
Okay.
But it was amazing. And so, yes, it was a great experience.
Is that where you got your name from, Wakesho? One of those naming ceremonies, or it's a different story altogether?
Yes, mine is different. So I have my adopted family here, Jane Milowasi and his family, Lois. They have welcomed me in their home for now 9 years. And so we've been friends. And his mother named me. So she gave me a Taita name and a Lua name. So that's where I got Wakesho Akini.
All right, that's interesting. So if I'm a Kenyan and I want to be part of your organization, if I want to invest more, how do I go about it?
Yes, so what we typically do is, we've had people reached out to us to partner with us. We typically like to see if we're on the same page, if the end goal is the same. But it's simple as just reaching out to us and us having a meeting to discuss what it is or where we can find that synergy and either assisting us with moving forward, because the biggest thing is having stakeholders here on the ground to assist us because we don't live here.
Is there a website, maybe?
There is a website. Our website is wvsvs.com. If you go on our website, we do have the tour side, but we do also have a business hub. So you go to the top of the page, click the business hub, it will redirect you to our local company, Views of Africa, here in Nairobi.
And what is the future for Views of Africa? I mean, this is just the beginning,
This is
assuming.
just the beginning. Yes. So the future for Views of Africa and World Views, again, is to promote East Africa, the entire EAC, as an investment destination through tourism. There's no way that you can invest in a country without traveling there first. We specialize in that. Anywhere we take our guests, we always do a recon. We're background military, so we find that very important to know the place that you're going to.
Yeah.
So we advise our customers to always travel to the location first. So through investment, we promote the investment opportunities in Kenya and everywhere else in Africa, but more specifically East Africa.
Is there anything that you'd like to add that I may have missed? I mean, this is so interesting.
Yes. Well, I just wanted to say that in the future, we do look forward to hosting a business and trade summit between African Americans and Kenyans here in Nairobi, Kenya. We also want to invite 9 other nations within the continent and the Caribbean. Shout out to Jamaica and Bermuda. And we want what we want to do is be able to invite African Americans to come here and be able to invest and have this information on a broader scale. And so the entire world will have access to this through this Trade and Business Summit.
Well, I, for one, will attend that. I can't wait to be part of that. Thank you very much, Wakesho.
Yes.
Like here, Wakesho Simons, who is the co-founder of World Views and Views of Africa, which is here in Nairobi. Thank you very much for joining us in Bottomline Africa.
Thank you.
Indeed. Now, senior officials